The Odyssey could teach you a thing or two when it comes to understanding that siren scene and temptation. I think so many men get caught up in this vicious cycle of wanting to become the person that they see themselves as, but temptation gets in the way of that. When it comes to the things that are in your fridge, the things that you're consuming online, the things that you're seeing in the outside world that are pulling you away from your purpose-driven path. And if you actually take a look without that veil of temptation that's pulled over your eyes, you will see everything for what it is. You will see the darkness, you will see the negative feedback loop, you will see what these dopamine spikes from temptation are doing to you that are ultimately pulling you into your death. Because being pulled away from your purpose as a man is ultimately death. Think about the things that are keeping you away from becoming the best version of yourself. They're not the greatest things. You feel a lot of guilt and shame about them. But most of us know the things that are pulling us into a vicious cycle of non-productivity, negative feedback loops, self-doubt, shame, and just these dark, intrusive thoughts that force limiting belief upon you. So one of the best things that you can do is just take inventory of what is fueling your life and what is taking away from your life. What is pulling resources from you and what is adding resources back into you. If we look at it from that light, prosperity is within reach. It's not really that difficult to achieve your goals when you step away from things that are pulling you away from your best self, but you've got to have clarity. And in having clarity, it's a lot easier to avoid temptation. Just look at the scene where Odysseus was tied to the mount on his ship, just so he wouldn't jump into the water. He wanted to know what that siren song sounded like. And some of us need to know what that temptation is. We need to know what that negative feedback loop is, so that way we can fight it, so that way we can resist it. And some of us need to get our hands burnt to understand what is on the other side of things. And that is a very, very dark game that you're playing, my friend, because at the end of the day, you might think that you need to experience it, but just like the guy that actually did end up jumping into the water, but sometimes that's the thing that you actually need to run away from. Just like it says in the Bible, remove your eye if it causes you to sin. It doesn't just have to be the sinful behaviors that we think align with biblical practice and biblical teachings. It simply can be the things that are causing us to pull away from our true selves, from the deeper part of us that wants to achieve higher level success.